What's up, y'all? We back with another video. I wanted to do something a little different. I just want to, this is gonna be a quick video. I just wanted to get on here and give y'all, like I said, something a little different. My bad, the angle is a little weird. I was trying to find a place to prop y'all up while being in the car. It's very difficult with how big the dashboard is, but yeah, I want to make a quick video on, y'all see by the thumbnail and the title, just things y'all should consider if y'all planning on buying a car like this. So yeah, man, let's get right into it. So the one thing I want to mention, like first and foremost, is that if this is going to be your first V8, whether it be an RT Scatpack, Hellcat Red Eye Demon, whatever it is, if it's going to be your first V8, the first thing is y'all need to respect these cars. That's first and foremost. If you coming from like a car that has 120 horsepower, maybe 200 horsepower, and then now you triple that, you double that, you get into the 370 horsepower, 485, 707, 717, 797, 800 plus horsepower, you getting into that realm of, okay, this is a different type of car, first and foremost, but this is also a different vehicle that has a lot more power than what I've been pushing up to this point. A lot of these vehicles, if not most, all of them, if not most of them, are wheel drive, which means that your powertrain comes from your back wheels. That's not a front wheel drive vehicle, which means that if you don't respect these cars, you will slide. You will lose traction really easy. You can't just be stomping on the gas and expecting it to just stay in the straight line. That's not going to happen. If you got a good set of tires, yeah, sure. Learning your car and knowing what works for you, best for your car and your limits of your car is what's going to get you the satisfaction you need, essentially. A lot of people will clown you and buy these cars and like, oh, you got an RT, you should have got a Scatpack. Oh, you got a Scatpack, you should have got a Hellcat. Oh, you got a Hellcat, oh, you should have got a Demon. And it's just like, buy what makes you happy and buy what is suitable for your needs. The RT is the perfect option. If you don't care about going fast, the RT is a perfect option. And the RT, once you build it up, is faster than a lot of scats out here. So don't be fooled by that. If you want a great balance between power, speed, durability, Scatpack is the perfect option. You know what I mean? Hellcats, you can even daily as well. But you just got to be a little bit more mindful with the maintenance and the cost of, maintenance and keeping up with a vehicle like that, especially when your monthly payments could be somewhere between $800+ a month. You know what I mean? So that's just things to keep in mind. But that's another topic for another video. Going back to the original point, the first thing, like pretty much, if you're going to buy a car like this, you need to understand that it comes with respecting these vehicles and knowing the capabilities and the limits of driving it. Being safe is the number one priority. People always want to be like, oh, my car's faster than yours. Oh, you should have got this, you should have got that. But it's like, don't ever, ever, ever put a price on your safety. If you know it's something you can't handle, don't buy it. Stop trying to impress somebody else because they told you this or this would be better because of their needs, but it doesn't qualify and satisfy the needs of why you want something. So that's first and foremost. So keep that in mind. On the same token, that goes into my next point. The next point is, you're going to lose traction in a V8 vehicle. This is going to happen. You're going to lose traction at some point or another, whether it be on dry land or when it's wet outside. And that's another thing. Please, 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 please do not try to run these cars when it is raining outside or the grounds are wet. You will find out the hard way. You will crash. You could potentially lose your life, and we don't want that happening. It can get bad real quick. I experienced my first loss of traction when I first got this car, I think about a week owning it. I was only doing 35 miles per hour. Mind you, my car had the 245s that come on this car, which is so stupid, by the way. But I found out real quick, making a right turn, I couldn't make a regular turn like how I normally would, pressing the gas. My car fishtailed. I almost ended up in a ditch. I was stock at by that point. It's 485 stock, 245 tires. I got sideways and almost ended up in a ditch. Now obviously I learned the car over time, and my car is a lot faster now than a stock Scatpack. So I'm building up to the power aspect of what I'm comfortable with handling. But if it's your first time starting out, you gotta be careful with the roads. You can't just be flooring it everywhere and expecting your car to just stay stable. Know the limits of your car and knowing like what you can handle. That kind of goes back and reinforces the first point. But the biggest harp on this second point I'm trying to make is you can't drive your car like you would on dry land when it's wet outside. It's just not, the car's not going to like that at all. And it's going to remind you real quick as to why it doesn't like that. Why I don't like that. So, I'm just being real. Anybody who's watching this video right now, anybody knows that if you've ever tried to floor your Scatpack, your Mustang, whatever type of V8 vehicle, whatever it is, if you've tried to floor it if it's real wheel drive and it got some power on it and it's torquey, you try to floor it in the rain, oh, I'm telling you, it's that feeling is like the same equivalent as if you lean too far back in your chair and it do one of these real quick and your life flash before your eyes and your body take a screenshot. That's exactly the same feeling you get when your car lose traction and you don't know where it's going to go. But if it does happen, let off on the gas, counter steer if you need to, throw it in neutral, because your car, something about the car, I don't know all the details, right? Don't quote me on this. But when your car is in drive, it's constantly, it's propelling the transmission to go forward. Your transmission is in drive, so it's going to roll. If you throw it in neutral, you kill all the power, if not most of the power, to your engine, and it allows it to kind of slow down gradually in a safe manner. Then that way, if you freak out, you try to press on the gas again, it won't let you press on the gas. Excuse me. So, or you press on the gas, but you won't go nowhere. You're just gonna rev your car out. But know the limits of your car, be safe, and yeah. All right, my last and final point, and all of these points kind of just bleed into each other. They kind of blend into each other, so I apologize if I'm kind of sounding like a revolving door. Like, I'm basically kind of saying the same thing, but I can't harp on it enough. Anybody that know these cars, they know they can agree to and contest to what I'm actually saying. But my final point is, number one, be safe. Number two, have fun. But always, always, always know the limits of your car. And this is just basic car stuff 101. If you know you need an oil change, you probably shouldn't be taking it to go slide. I'm just being real. Like, your temperatures in your car is going to spike. Your oil's low. Your oil needs to be changed. It's just a recipe for disaster. If you know you need tires, you probably shouldn't be driving fast. I'm just being real. Why would you go and floor your car and try to go race on bald tires? That don't make sense. You know what I'm saying? The list goes on, man. Honestly, the list goes on. If you need brakes, probably shouldn't be speeding. Probably shouldn't be cutting up, because you're going to need to stop. And if you warp your rotors, guess what? That's it. They're either going to get real hot and break, which probably isn't likely, but if you're doing it often, your rotors were like, they will wear down. And then that's more money you got to put back into the car to replace because you wasn't proactive on the front end. But all in all, through and through, all I'm saying is know the capabilities of your car when it's not at 100%. You should know when your car is not going to be able to perform at 100%. You should be able to take care of your maintenance on your car before it tells you to. Like, I've owned this car now for about 3 years, and not once have my oil light ever came on to let me know that I need an oil change. I just change it every 3,000 miles. You should never wait for your car to tell you when something's wrong with it. Because by that point, especially if you're driving a car that's always wanting something out of you, it's probably already too late at that point. Don't try to get ahead of it. Essentially what I'm saying. Try to get ahead of it. Don't wait until the car tells you when something's wrong with it. But yeah, that's gonna be the end of this video. Like I said, it's just a quick video. I appreciate y'all, man. Like always, I say in all my videos, I love y'all. I really do appreciate y'all. We almost at 560 subscribers, y'all. Can y'all believe that? That is insane. Like, just like, I think maybe like a week or two ago, we just hit 500 and now we're already at 560. We literally about to hit 600. Probably if I'm being real, it's January right now. I'd say at least by the end of the month, we hitting 600, at least, at the very minimum. We're on the road to 1K, man. We trying to get there, man. We will get there. No rush. It is what it is, man. But if I appreciate y'all. If y'all like videos like this, man, tune in for more. Sometimes, like, you know, it's cool to have the POV drives. It's cool to, you know, see the car meets, the car events and stuff like that, the car shows, all that stuff. It's cool to see all that. But sometimes I feel like I just need to get on here and I need to talk to y'all based on just some of the things that people see that they don't realize, that when you own a car like this, when you try to buy a car like this, and when you want to buy a car like this, it's not something that it's just a car. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. No car is just a car. It's an investment. And you got to respect it as such. You have to, or you're going to run into a lot of trouble. Whether that be your safety, your finances, or just, you know, people just not liking you because of what you have. Like, yes, that exists. People will not like you based on what you drive, which is the stupidest thing ever. You don't know anything about the person, but you see this type of car in traffic, you don't like it. You don't like the person. It's weird. People are weird, man. But yeah, as always, man, it's been your boy King Zeus. You know what I'm saying? Team Zeus, I love y'all. I'm signing out. I'll see y'all in the next video. I love y'all. Appreciate y'all, man. Peace.